Hey guys, and welcome to a video on how to make money through cooking in Black Desert. So cooking is one of the life skills in Black Desert, but unlike the other life skills that you use to make money with, I would not recommend cooking as a primary money-making method. Now what I mean by this is that unlike processing, fishing, or even horse training, where you choose to do one and then sort of ignore the others for the most part, cooking is more of a supplementary life skill, where you use it to assist in the income that you earn from other life skills. Now this is because cooking for the most part, you'll be making money through imperial delivery. So Pathfinder here in Heidel, as well as the other ones in other cities, likes to accept various, and it just reset actually, items for imperial delivery. So let's see if we can't deliver a few of these items. So while I'm at it, cooking is a pretty simple process to earn money with. All you have to do is either make items and sell them to players on the marketplace, just like with processing, or make items and then turn them into crates. So see where my crates are here. Down here. That might be a little too much for me. Let's put 10 of them back in. And then turn them in through imperial delivery. Now, cooking itself is a pretty easy task to perform as well. However, there's quite a few steps that a lot of new players kind of get stuck on. And the important thing for turning in, so if you look, I've got a decent amount of money before now, which is 0. Turn them all in, make 2.28 million, and I can still turn in some more. I believe I can turn in 13 more, which means I can earn about 5 million every turn in just from honey wine alone. You can earn even more if you turn in other items. So cooking, like I just said, pretty easy to perform. You only need a few items. You need an advanced cooking utensil. You don't need advanced, you can use any cooking utensil. There's a few different types. There's a base cooking utensil, which no special things, no extra durability. It's literally just a cooking utensil that you can cook with a couple times before it breaks. Then you can go for the cooking utensils named after various regions, which are Balanos, Cerny, and Calphion. And the advantage those give is they have extra durability, so you can make more crafts with them. However, once, so let's see if I can sell all the rest. And there you go. I earned about 4 million silver from just the Honeywine turn-ins. However, once you use a Balanos, Cerny, or Calphion, they have extra cooking time. So the biggest thing about cooking is that you want to reduce the cook time by as much as possible. So I'll grab these potatoes and I'll show you how to cook. So to cook, like I said, you'll need a cooking utensil. You'll need a residence in a city. So if I click Heidel here, you can see I've got my residence over here at Heidel 1-3. You'll need the items with which to cook, and then ideally, you don't need it, but you're definitely going to want ways to reduce your cook time. So if I head over to my residence, it's Heidel 1-3, which is just up here. You go into place mode, you grab your utensil, and you put it down. Then you press escape and quit place mode. So the reason you want to reduce your cook time by as much as possible is because cooking takes a while. It takes, I believe, 10 seconds at its base. And for the other items you need to cook, so each cooking recipe is different. Quickly go over that. For beer, it's a fairly simple recipe. You need 5 of a cereal, so any type of grain. So potatoes are a grain, so they work. You need a couple sugar. So you need 6 mineral water, you need 1 sugar, and you need 2 leavening agents. And that's for each one. So I'm going to be making 600 crafts, which means that I'm going to want 1200 leavening agents, 600 sugar. I've already got 3000 potatoes for the 600. And then I'm going to want 3600 mineral water. So I believe that's done here. Yep. And most cities will have someone like this that you can, usually you find them in the inn of whatever city it is, where you can find them and buy most of the basic cooking items. For other items, you're either going to have to find specialty vendors such as fruits or other, such as strawberries or grapes, or you're going to have to get them yourself with workers, like with potatoes and corn. So if I scroll all the way down to beer here, you can see your most recent version of a craft. So beer, I could have used corn last time, which renders this one kind of useless. But the most recent version of something, so essence of liquor, you can just press it again, press select, and it will put all the items in there so you can just start cooking. And then pressing continuous production lets you do it as many times as you want. Now, as you can see, cooking takes a while. It's got 10 seconds at its base, and then there's a number of ways to reduce that all the way down to the minimum cook time of 1 second. Now, important to note that it's very important to reduce your cook time by as much as possible, and each sort of second that you take off cook time is more valuable than the one before that. If you're at 2 seconds cook time and you can reduce that to 1 second cook time, you've cut your cook time in half by 50%. It is 100% faster to cook at 1 second than it is at 2 seconds per item you make. However, if you're at 10 seconds, you can cut it down to 9 seconds by using an advanced cooking utensil, because advanced cooking utensils take off 1 second from the cook time. You're only making it 10% faster. You're not going all that much faster. So each second you take off after the first is better and better than the second before that in terms of speeding up your cooking. Now, there's a number of easy ways to remove cooking speed, or to increase your cook speed. And getting down to 1 second, there's a fairly simple formula, although it does cost you quite a bit of silver, and you're also going to want a cash shop item for it. So you can see I'm doing 9 second cook time here with advanced cooking utensil. However, just by buying a few things on the marketplace, I can reduce that to about 7 or 6 seconds fairly simply. So one of the first items is Teff bread. So let's see, is there any here? Yeah. So if I buy myself a Teff sandwich, Teff sandwiches are one of the easy ways you reduce your cook time by half a second. Don't really use Teff bread or spongy Teff bread unless you absolutely have to. If there's no Teff sandwiches on the marketplace, they last less time, duration of 45 minutes instead of hour and 10, and they only give you minus 0.3 seconds instead of minus 0.5 with the Teff sandwich. Now, following that, there is the life crystals. So, for example, a life spirit stone here, although we don't really want to use a spirit stone, it's better to use a actual alchemy stone. Are there any actual alchemy stones? It does not look like it, unfortunately. So if I buy myself a spirit stone here, these will reduce your alchemy and cook time by quite a bit. A decent alchemy stone will reduce it by about a second or a bit more. Up to about 1.3, I believe, for the decently cheap ones. So let's see. You can see a sturdy alchemy here reduces it by minus 1.1, polish by minus 0.9, and so on and so forth. So combining that with Teff bread, or combining the crystal I just got, it takes about 1.5 seconds off. Then there is probably the biggest single modifier, which is the silver embroidered cook's clothes. Silver embroidered cook's clothes remove by 1 second per enhancement level, starting by -1 second at base. So a base plus 0, minus 1 second, plus 2 you can see, minus 3 seconds. If you go to plus 3 is the ideal to have, as plus 3 combined with the other items I'm talking about will get you down to a 1 or just over 1 second cook time. So if I just equip this, activate the Teff bread wherever it went. Where did my Teff sandwich go? Here it is, Teff sandwich. And then we'll activate the Alchemy Stone, well, the Life Spirit Stone. So it only lasts 10 minutes, which is why you don't want to use these ones generally. You want to use an actual Alchemy Stone that you can refuel with blood and other stuff. But we activate this, and all of a sudden our cook time, which was at 9 seconds previously, is down to a much more palatable just over 5 seconds. Now, there's a few ways to further increase this. If I if I get better cook slows, +3 or even +4, that's -1 or even -2 seconds off that. And then there is, of course, as always in Black Desert, a cash shop item. So the cooking cash shop item is the Canape set. And the Canape set, its effect is that cooking time is decreased by 2 seconds, which means that in addition to all those other buffs, you will hit about 1 to 1.5 second cooking time, which makes the Canape set pretty good value, as, like I mentioned earlier, each second after the first that you take off is more valuable than the second before that. So with all these buffs, you can get your cook speed to a pretty decent time. Now, how to get advanced or Calpheon cooking utensils, because the advantage of a Calpheon cooking utensil is advanced only has 600 crafts in it. Calpheon cooking utensils have 2,000 crafts. Actually, I can just pick it up actually and show you guys. Oops, no, I don't want to collect. Calpheon utensil, you can see durability of 2,000 compared to the advanced only 600. So to make these cooking utensils, you're going to need rough stone, which means you're going to need to mine it yourself, as no one ever sells it on the marketplace. Then the other thing you're going to need is not just a residence, but a tool workshop. So I've got one here in Heidel. You can see 7-4, second floor. Tool workshop, you're going to need it at level 3. So you press on it, you go to manage crafting. Scroll all the way down here, and you can see the advanced cooking utensil as well as the Calpheon traditional cooking utensil. And then up here, there's intermediate. Intermediate doesn't reduce the time, but it also doesn't increase it, unlike the Calpheon. As that's the disadvantage of the Calpheon, it increases your cook time by +7 seconds, which makes it good for overnight cooking if you want to cook a lot of stuff like beer overnight, but terrible for if you want to cook as quickly as possible. So advanced, you can see I don't have the usable scantlings on me, but you have all the items for it in your storage of that city. They do need to be in that city storage. You can't have them like in Velia if you want to be making it in Heidel. And then you can just assign a worker to create the item in question. So I could assign this artisan human worker, for example, to craft me some Calpheon traditional cooking utensils. And then whenever they finish, after 37 minutes, 34 seconds, they'd be in my storage, pick them up, come place them like I showed you. So how to make money with cooking? It's pretty simple. There's like I said, there's only really 2 ways. You've got advanced, which is imperial delivery. So imperial crafting delivery, pass vendor in Heidel, plenty of different people all over the world to take imperial crafting delivery. It's different for each city. You do have to watch the resets for that though. And then of course you can just sell your items to other players, like that Teff bread that I bought a second ago. You could craft that and sell it to other players. Now, I'm not going to go in depth of which items to craft to sell to other players, because I don't really want to crash anyone's marketplaces. There is a content creator effect where if I name certain items, all of a sudden a bunch of people are going to start flooding the marketplace with those items and make it hell for anyone already using those items. But with a little sort of looking at the marketplace, looking at the foods that are crafted, you can probably just look up some of the materials and figure out some items that you could craft and sell yourself. Quick side note, beer is generally not worth it. Beer is pretty much you're always going to lose money if you craft beer and sell it rather than just selling the items on the marketplace yourself. So I would not recommend selling beer to other players. However, for the friendly players that are willing to put in the work, there are items you can sell to other players through cooking and selling on the marketplace. There are plenty of items you can do imperial delivery with, especially if you use another city as your main city that other players don't use very much, like Valencia. And yeah, just cook as much as possible. I wouldn't cook too much. Like I would only cook enough that you make sure you're hitting your imperial crafting delivery and that you're able to sell consistently to other players if you plan to use the marketplace. And then, like I said, use cooking as a way to supplement your other incomes. If you're AFK processing, for example, and you see that the imperial crafting delivery has been reset, jump on and go deliver your stuff to pass vendor or whoever you plan to deliver to. So yeah, to summarize, you're going to need a cooking utensil and the items to cook with. You're going to need a residence to place that utensil in if you want advanced or intermediate or Caltheon utensils, you are probably going to have to craft them yourself, which means you're also going to have to buy houses in the city, which does mean you're going to need contribution points. Pretty easy to get though. For example, like that, that's how you purchase a storage. If I wanted a residence, I could just do it like that, and just like that, I've got a residence. Sell that since I don't need it. Then just place it inside the residence and start cooking. To earn money with it, you're going to need to use Imperial Delivery or just sell to other players. I'm not going to tell you which ones to sell, but there are plenty of obvious ones, and there's plenty of forum threads and Reddit threads online that name the more obvious crafts to earn you easy money with cooking. Anyways guys, I hope this video was helpful to you. Subscribe if you liked it, and comment below what you thought, and have a good one.